How's it going, YouTube? Navy Sooner here. Today, we're going over my favorite gun. This is my 12.5 inch barreled AR pistol. It is barreled with a Triarc 2.0 track barrel, and I really like this pistol. It's probably my favorite gun. Yes, I understand that I should do a Form 1, but I like having a gun that I can take across state lines because it's a pistol, it's not an SBR, and guess what, lefties? Even though Kyle didn't take a gun across state lines, you could still take a gun across state lines. But first, let's see what Navy Sooner's sweet-ass whiteboard of truth has to say. Your grandmother was a squirter. Okay, let's go to the next one. Murderer! Yes, I did let the goat out of the bag earlier that this is my favorite gun. So at the end, when I talk about how much I like this, you should already know. Like I said, as well, I mentioned that this was barreled with a 12.5 inch Triarc track barrel. I built this gun out to be a home defense / CQB, and if it needs to, can reach out and touch something gun. So that's how it was built out from the beginning, and I really wanted to try out these Triarc barrels, especially since there's people out there talking mad trash about them. The Triarc 12.5 track 2.0 barrel is a polygonal rifled barrel, and the gas system on it is a mid-length gas system. The polygonal rifling helps multiple things. It actually helps with stabilizing the bullet because there's less of the barrel that's actually touching it, making it less deformed while it's going down the barrel. As well, there's less gas leakage around the bullet in the grooves, and that helps with gas coming back into the system. With there being less gas bleed off, you can pick up more gas where the gas goes through the gas port, and you can have a smaller gas port. That helps with reliability as well as recoil reduction. Yes, it's just a 5.56, but any little bit helps. And with it being a mid-length system, that also helps with recoil reduction as well as dwell time. The accuracy of this barrel is very good, I would say. I only did my accuracy testing using this 3x zoom from Vortex. It's the micro 3x zoom, and the AMG UH-1 Gen 2 from Vortex as well. I don't have any footage or pictures of my targets, but you'll just have to take my word for it. And if you're one of those people that want to completely write me off for saying that I don't have any footage of my actual groups, well, that's on you. You have no friends. You don't trust anybody. The world hates you. Fuck off. So the groups I was getting were around 2.5 to 2 inches with like shitty ass ammo, steel case stuff even. I found some 62 grain steel case 5.56, or I'm sorry, 223, and it actually shot fairly well. I also shot with 8.55 and XM193 and other random 55 grain rounds and 68, 69 grain rounds, and I was getting anywhere from 1.5 to 2 inch groups with those. The really good groups I was getting were from 77 and 75 grain 223 5.56 rounds, and I was getting anywhere between 1/2 inch groups to 1.5 inch groups. So for whoever's talking about these barrels sucking, I didn't see it, so I'm just going over what I have, and I really like this barrel. The receiver that I used on this was an Aero Precision receiver, and it's got the Anchor Harvey stamp on it, so I mean, it's a good receiver. Let me do this for all the FUDs out there that want to lose their shit because I have a magazine in here. It's safe, pussies. Oh. The rail I am running on this is the BCM MCMR rail. I believe it's the 10-inch rail, but it's M-LOK, and it's a very sturdy, very rugged rail. I've done a review on a BCM upper before, and I never disliked the rail. In fact, I really like the rail. Alright, so the bolt carrier group that I did use is a CMC bolt carrier group, and then I used the Radian Raptor, what is this, the SDSL charging handle, because I like how small it is on the sides, and it's got venting ports in it, as well as there's a third hole on this CMC bolt carrier group, which helps bleed off extra gas, both in the charging handle and in the bolt carrier group when I'm running it suppressed, which I do run suppressed most of the time. When I'm running suppressed, I'm using the one can that I have, and it is a dead Air Nomad, and it's there's the overall length looking at it with the can on it. And I really like this can, only being a 30 caliber can and working with 5.56 as well. The dust cover I'm using on it is a UTG polymer dust cover. Some people might want to give me crap because it's UTG, but I really like this dust cover, and it's a lot easier to get on and off if you want to change out dust covers like that do it this way, rather than having to go through the front here and take off your handguard. Helping with muzzle rise, I used the dead air brake. I did not use a flash hider. Yes, it'll piss people off if I'm on the range and they're next to me, but I don't plan on using this very often without a can. If I do use it without a can, it's probably going to be more of a home defense going through my house, and there's not going to be anybody right next to me. Not really worried about it. The optic that I'm using is, as mentioned before, the AMG UH1 from Vortex Gen 2 version. And then I also have it, like I mentioned before, set up to where I can run this magnifier. Yes, the magnifier is on a cheap aim shot QD mount, but it gets it up to the height that I need it, and it's secure, and I don't really use it that often, only if I need to reach out and touch something. It will flip out of the way just fine, and I like it like that. The reason that the 3x zoom was on a riser is because I'm also using a Unity fast riser. The reason that I use that is I can look through my holographic sight using my night vision and do passive night vision shooting. A lot of people talk about how there's not as much light transmission with this. In an EOTech, I haven't had any issues, and I run both. Yes, I have backup iron sights on this. The reason that I have backup iron sights on this is because if this goes down or loses zero, there is a QD release for it right here, and then I can just take it off and run my iron sights if I want to. My front iron sight is the Magpul Pro iron sight, and the back iron sight is the UTG. No, I don't care that it's UTG. The likelihood that I'm going to be using those in any situation is slim to none, and they're going to do the job. I was able to take this gun out to 500-600 yards very easily using the zoom, the 3x zoom, and this optic, and I was consistently hitting targets at 500-600 yards, man size, torso to the head targets, no problem. The light that I am using on here is an M300 Surefire, and it does not put off that much light, but it works in a dark situation. It works very well. A lot of people want to say that lumens is everything, candela is everything, but if you're in an enclosed environment and you're too close and you shine a light that's bright as shit, guess what? It's gonna blind you too. Now, some of those chubby neckbeards out there are getting ready to be able to talk shit and type away on their computers now because, well, I'm doing something that they don't like. But I have my front sight ran back. The reason that I have my front sight ran back like this is because in a dark situation, I will put an insight on here that has a QD. Yes, it has white light, but it also has IR, and even in a very, very dark situation, using Gen 3 night vision is really hard to see anything, so I will have the IR light for illumination purposes. And if I needed to, my laser does fit on here. So I have this back for a reason. So all you fatties out there that want to lose their shit about it, get over it. Before we go on to this lower and the rest of this gun, I want to let y'all know that I have a Patreon and Subscribe Star. There is no content over there because it's just a way to be able to donate to me if you feel that I am doing a good job and you like my channel. I also have a PayPal account. You can use navysoonerchannel@gmail.com as the email to get a hold of me, just to get a hold of me and to be able to donate to me through PayPal. It takes a lot of money to run these channels. It does. Sorry if you want to lose your shit about people requesting donations. It's donations. You don't have to fucking send anything if you don't want to, but it's greatly appreciated if you do. All the information and links is going to be down below if you would like to support me. The lower on here is a Black Label Armory lower, and Black Label Armory is now known as Black Market Firearms, and they are working on barrels, so I would like to get my hands on one of those barrels when they come in, and I'm going to test them, and we'll see how they go. But the lower is a Black Label Armory. The trigger that I am running is a CMC single stage trigger, and I really like this trigger. I've been running a lot of 2 stages before, and I really like the single stage on this CMC. It's very crisp and very light, and it will, it's just so good. It's really good. Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm running Radian Ambi safety on here as well, and then I'm running a CMMG ambidextrous mag release here, and on this side it has the Magpul extended mag release. The grip I am running on here is a Reptilia grip. I like the angle, and since it is CQB/home defense mentality first, it is not quite as long, so it is more compact, so that is more conducive to putting it away or being able to run it. Up front I'm running Slickback Industries rail covers, and as well as their hand stop, which I really like these. They're very good price. They're very cheap, but not cheaply made. The price is great, and well, I just really like this gun, and it does everything that I need it to. It can reach out if it needs to, and it's great for night vision, and it's great for CQB/home defense. I'm not going to be running night vision for home defense, because if anything goes bump in the night, I don't have time to get my helmet out, put my night vision on, and then go to town. I'm gonna grab this and go. So for what it is my favorite gun. I really like shooting it. Yeah, that's about it for this gun. Navy Sooner out.